Okay guys, I'm coming round. Just gonna get some gloves on. Okay, today I'm going to be making a very simple, pure and wonderful soap. And this soap is an ode to River Phoenix, the actor, sadly deceased back in 1993. So recently I've been obsessing over him. You know how we do, sometimes you go back through old footage and things on YouTube and you find, you know, all this stuff to sort of get immersed into, and recently mine has been River Phoenix, and I idolised him when I was a young girl. I was a few years younger than he was at the time. He was a 1970 kid and I was born in 1973, and I just thought he was just the best thing in the world. And recently he's sort of popped back up again, you know, as they do, and yeah, you can kind of get obsessed. It's very easy to do. Lots of us do this kind of thing. But I've just been stuck on him for this whole entire week, and I'm reading this book at the moment by Bob Forrest, and I'm not far off when River Phoenix is going to die, and it's mentioned in this book, and I'm not looking forward to that bit, but it's bringing back lots of memories for me from the 90s and, you know, my youth. So I thought I would do a River Phoenix inspired soap. So this is going to be a very plain soap because he was so pure, and his favourite scent, so I've read, or his favourite smell was skin. So the only scent that I could think of that would be, you know, other than leaving the soap completely natural with nothing in it at all, I've chosen to use ISO E-Super, which is a pheromone based scent, which is part of the scent called Molecule Number 1. It's in a different form, but it's ISO E-Super. It's supposed to attract the opposite sex, or the same sex, depending on your preference. But yeah, it smells very animalic and very sexy, and it is like, it's just pure beauty. So I'm going to use this. It's not going to be overpowering, and you might smell it, you might not smell it. It's one of those where you catch a glimpse of it. So that's what I wanted for this. So I don't know what to call this yet. I probably could just call it River Jude Phoenix, or I might just call it River. I might just call it River Phoenix. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm going to stick blend the base, and I'm going to pour that in, and I'm going to pour the soap. So it's going to be a very basic, kind of boring soap, because I wanted to base it on him, you know, not the boredom. I mean, he was just so pure, so I didn't want to add colour. I didn't want to add anything over the top. It's just going to be a basic, beautiful smelling soap based on the scent of skin. So okay, that's not quite a trace, but I'm going to add the fragrance. I don't know what this fragrance does. This is actually the actual aroma chemical. It's not diluted apparently, so it shouldn't do anything weird, but we never know. So I'm going to get the mould ready. And I buy mine from Sensory Perfection, but you can buy ISO E-Super in lots of different places. It's because it's an aroma chemical, you can get it from aroma chemical suppliers, and it does really, really smell incredible. But it is one of those where one day you can smell it and the next day you might not be able to smell it. It's very strange, but I find it really sexy. It definitely, like, oh, I've got like some aftershaves at home that Matt's got, definitely got this in, and when he sprays them, it's like, oh my god, like, it just drives you insane. So I wanted to do it, you know, something like that for River Phoenix. So thumbs up for River Phoenix. What a guy, you know, like, it's so heartbreaking though. It's like one of those things where you watch these old footage and you think, oh god, like, why aren't you still here? You know, it's absolutely devastating. It really is, because he was incredible. But, you know, the times were not good for drugs. It was like, oh god, we were all a nightmare, and, you know, the music we were listening to influenced so much, and he was definitely living that life that you really wished he wasn't, but you know, he was. That's just the way things were. Anyway, I'm going to stick one again. Okay, I'm going to pour it, and then I might do a little bit of a textured top, but I don't want to do too much. Oops. So I'll have a think about what to do with the top in a while. You'll see that's pretty fluid, but it's okay. I'm just going to let it thicken on its own. Give that a bang in a minute because it's got air bubbles in it. There we go, pure and simple. So as you see, you've got I've got that sort of beigey colour to my soap. And that's probably from olive oil, if anything, because sunflower oil is a lot lighter in colour than olive oil, and then you've got coconut and sustainable palm, so those two are both, you know, creamy white. So at the moment it just basically smells like soap. It smells like raw, unscented soap, which is really what I wanted, but that ISO-y super should start to come through. I'm hoping it does. I'm not too sure because the soap might just butter it to bits, you know, from the saponification. But we'll see if it sticks. If not, you know, it doesn't. But I hope it does. So there we go, River Phoenix. God rest your soul. Okie dokie, I'm going to put that to the side. Okay, so I'll be back for the cut of that. Not that it's going to be very interesting, but I thought I should just share it anyway, because there might be lots of you out there that are similar to me in, you know, with the love of this guy. So if you are, leave some comments down below. Tell me what your favourite River Phoenix film is. You know, your own sort of personal memory of this guy. I don't know why all of a sudden it's come up, you know, he's been gone a long time, but it's like, he was just one of my favourites, so that's why I wanted to do this today. So, I'll be back for the cut of that one, okay? Alright, guys and dolls, it's time to cut our river soap. Oh yes, I can smell it now. I was, yesterday when I made it, I was getting like that smell of, well, the scent of like just raw soap, because this fragrance is so subtle, but today I can really smell it, so that's a good thing. I mean, I'm not too fussed if it's not really noticeable, because that's the whole aim of this soap, is to be pure and simple, like River Phoenix, although I'm sure he wasn't simple, but you know. I think he was a pure soul, let's say. He probably wasn't at all. But that's how the media would have you perceive him. Other than his death, I think that he was perceived as quite a pure earthly soul, you know. Anywho, let's get him cut up and see. So I did like a river pattern on the top, just with the chopstick. When it was thick enough, I just sort of did a few wavy lines just to create a river effect. So this is my soap, how it looks without any colour, and I think it's really nice. It's a lovely creamy sort of beige, and it looks wholesome and good. So that's good job really, because that's what we wanted, isn't it? That's what we wanted for a river. So, today, the UK is finally sunny, and we haven't had sunshine all week. It's been really wet and miserable and damp, and all of a sudden we're set to get a heat wave apparently, so we shall see. It's very warm out today, and I'm just wearing a hoodie, so for the first time I've not got my coat on. So, oh my god, I'm so excited for the summer. I always am. It's like lazy summer days are the best for me. Like some people really love winter. I am properly into summer. I mean, I love spring. I like the coolness of spring, but summertime is my favourite time of year, but no doubt about that at all. I've got this soap on. I'll just cut another one, so I've got a few dregs from the last batch. Ew, it'll be alright. Okay, so let's get a few of these cut done. I'll just do a few because, you know, there's not really a lot to show you. So we'll just do a few because it's pretty uninteresting as far as a bar of soap goes. You're not going to see anything other than creamy, wonderful soap, which smells really good. Let me just have a... Yeah, it's really subtle. It's almost almost borderline citrus with, but I don't mean orange lemon. It's kind of like, the top note is kind of like effervescent then in a way, but the actual scent is, it gets you in the pit of your stomach. It's just, and off the top of your head, it's absolutely stunning. It really is. It's amazing. So if you want to get yourself something really subtle and sexy, and I mean subtle here, so don't think this smells like, you know, like a fragrance oil. It really doesn't. It's very subtle, but really, there's just something about it, you know. And I think that's the pheromone effect. It's like you can't put your finger on it then. It's just got this animalic, oh god, it's just amazing. I can't put my finger on it. It just makes you, well, with want of a better phrase then, it's very sexual. Without going too in depth. If you see what I mean. Kind of evokes a feeling and a, yeah, it's really good. So if you want to borrow a river, it will be ready in a few weeks, and I'll keep people updated on my Instagram account. And I don't really post to the Facebook page. It's just, I don't post there very much. I post on my group, but I don't really post on the Facebook page because Facebook knackered it for everybody a few years ago, so I just gave up on posting on there. They just want you to pay for all your posts. Well, they don't, but when you do post, it's like, you know, really minimal amount of people see the post. So I just choose to use Instagram a lot these days because it's better, although they have changed that, but it's not, you know, it's not a bad thing. I get most people still see my posts on there, so Instagram is where it's at for me. A lot of people really still love Twitter, but I don't use Twitter very much. I just use Twitter to look at satire and things like that. I don't follow the news anymore. I've given up on the news because it's just trash and I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. They just fuel you with depressive stuff, and I don't pay that any mind. So I don't watch the news. I sometimes, you know, catch a glimpse of the news if I'm listening to the radio, but most days now I listen to documentaries about all kinds of things, and I was using Audible for a bit to listen to books, but I actually prefer to be reading a book than to be read a book in a strange kind of way. I did a couple of books which I really did enjoy. I listened to The Ragged Trousered Philanthropists, which was really good, but sad, and, you know, brought it all home. And very sort of political, and yeah, that was that. And then on Netflix, I've got a whole bunch of new stuff in my list to watch. And I did watch a bit of Women Behind Bars yesterday. Just for a bit of Friday afternoon light-hearted TV. But I'm not watching any series on there at the moment, so I've kind of given it a bit of a rest. I've been just getting really into my reading and watching documentaries on YouTube. So recently it's obviously all been about River Phoenix. And what else? Oh yeah, Bob Forrest, because I'm reading his book and I'm really interested in his life and what he was like and what he's like now. So that's really a good thing to be watching, reading and watching. And that's about it at the moment. I'm not really doing much else other than just focusing on what I'm going to do for summer, for work and that kind of thing. So here's my last bar, and there's 25 bars of River Jude Phoenix. So I don't know if I'm going to call it that, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. But anyway, I will be back for the next video soon. Thank you for all of your likes and comments on the Q&A video I did yesterday, or the 2 videos I put up yesterday. So we'll do that again sometime, and I will see you all soon. See ya!